Howdy, hi. This is Do Your Job Sports WNBA Picks and predictions for Saturday, August 15th, 2026. Taking a look at every single game on the slate. Let's get into the video. Okay, first thing we got to take a look at previous day's results. It did not go well for me or Dominique Malonga or the Seattle Storm in general. But to be honest, I think that was just mainly a Dominique Malonga problem. We go 1-4 on the day, bringing our season record to 270 and 285. Nobody gets added to or taken off of the banned list. I don't think the ban list will be changing for a while. Maybe Ryan Howard could get removed. Maybe Derek Hamby because they've been on there for a long time. Everyone else, though, will be staying right where they are. So, recap these. The only winner we had was the Indiana Fever -8.5. This looked, I don't want to say dead at halftime, but yeah, basically dead at halftime. The final score of this game, Indiana Fever 98, Dallas Wings 87. The halftime score was Dallas 38, Indiana 35. Or sorry, Dallas 37, Indiana 35. Then the Fever just proceeded to score 63 points in the second half. Majority of that coming from their trio, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston. You also had Taisha Harris off the bench casually go 5 of 5 from deep. We needed every bit of that. Shout out to you, Taisha Harris. Lexi Hall, 12 minutes, 0 points, 0 of 2 from the field, 3 personal fouls. I don't understand why they play her. Why are you giving her minutes? She's horrible. The losers, we did lose the over, 186.5. Yeah, just can't really have that bad of a first half and expect to hit the over. And we still almost did. We just needed them to not shoot the ball so horribly in the first half. And then we have the Seattle Storm. I guess in hindsight, should you be laying a $1.30 on the money line with Seattle? Probably not because they're 7-29. But are you also going to take Portland and a pick 'em on the road? I don't know. Tough scenes. The main issue was Dominique Malonga. She got plenty of attempts. It was just nothing else worked. She went 3 of 15 from the field, 9 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. That is a grand total of 26. Honestly, didn't even need her to play that well. We just couldn't have her play that bad. 3 of 15, 0 of 3 from deep. Not ideal, but yep. If she plays better, they probably win this game, and then we end up going 3-1. Or sorry, 3-2. But it is what it is. We go 1-4. We move onward. Okay, so we got 3 games today. One of them is good. The other 2 are just kind of meh. Actually, I guess the Sparks and Mystics game is okay, but honestly, not really. First one, New York Liberty on the road at the Connecticut Sun. I have to take the Connecticut Sun. We recently moved the New York Liberty into federal prison, so I'm not allowed to bet them for a long time. Sun plus 8.5. Also going to take the over, 172.5. Liberty starting 5, Astier, Sabrina, Allen, Stewie, and John Quell. Sun starting 5, Lacan, Ledger Walker, Miller, Nelson Adota, and then BG. Injury report, the Liberty have Sabrina Ionescu is questionable. Satu Sabli and Leona Fevic is out. The Sun have Brittany Griner and Diamond Miller is questionable, and that's it. So, Liberty, their previous game, they were absolutely destroying the tempo at home. Then they just decided to let them score 40 points in the final quarter, almost come back and win the game. Actually, that was not the tempo, that was the Sparks. Excuse me, I misspoke. If you did not see the injury update news for Satu Sabli, she is out indefinitely. I would just assume that means for the rest of the season. She has stepped away from the team. I think there's a deeper underlying issue here. It's the fact that she's not getting the minutes she thinks she should. She's just not fitting into this team. Like, you should not be out 2.5 months with a concussion. Like, even as, like, no. This is some Skylar Diggins-Levin stuff. I think she leaves this team after the season. Maybe she goes back to Phoenix because this team and this coach, Chris DeMarco, are horrible. Connecticut Sun, they just got destroyed by the Atlanta Dream. They lost by 35 points. We are going to need Brittany Griner to play. I'm not even sure we want Diamond Miller to play because she's been horrible as of late. I'd rather have someone off the bench. So I'm going to take Connecticut. I'm going to take the over. Do not love the game, but I think that's the only thing you can do. Next one, this should be quite obvious. We're going to fade the Sparks. We're going to back the Mystics back home after their pretty rough road trip. I'll take them at home laying 6.5. I will also take the under 171.5. Sparks starting five, Wheeler, Atkins, Burrell, NECA, and Hamby. Mystics starting five, Amor, Citron, Onyemwere, Kiki, and Shakira. Injury report, Sparks, I don't think they have anything. Mystics, they definitely don't have anything. Oh, yeah, the Sparks have Cameron Brink. She's listed as questionable. If you did not see the video, it was, I think it was Stewie driving to the hoop. Stewie just proceeds to lower his shoulder and just hit Cam right in the rib cage. Cameron Brink being 6'6" and I don't know, maybe 150 pounds. She's got to put on some weight. Because like that is just a stereotypical WNBA drive. If you can't take that shot, like you should not be in the W. She's got to put on like 20 to 30 pounds in the offseason, then maybe she won't get injured. Literally every other game. Sparks 12-21 on the year, 2-8 in their last 10. Now, granted, their last 10 minutes of basketball was good as they scored 40 points against the Liberty. But if you take a look at the first three quarters of that game, you will remind yourself why this team is horrible. Lynn Roberts should not be a coach in the W. Oddly enough, they are 1-0 against the Mystics this season, but that was early on, and they had Kelsey Plum. So now you no longer have Kelsey Plum, and you maybe don't have Cameron Brink, which would definitely help against Shakira or Kiki. But I guess if you're looking from an injury standpoint, I don't see why you would rush back Cameron Brink against probably the best front court in the W. Definitely the most aggressive, large front court in the W. That sounds like a horrible idea. So I do not think Cam Brink plays. Mystic, they need a bounce back spot. They just lost back to back road games against the Aces. They kept them both close, but neither of them were really ever a consideration for them winning. Injury report's good. They've been really good at home all season. Smash spot against the Sparks. Let's go. All right, then we got the best game for last. It is the Lynx on the road at the Aces. You should already know what I'm doing. I do have a little bit of an affinity for this Aces team. I'm taking them at home. I do not think they should be a home dog to anyone ever. It's Aces, Asia, the GOAT. Taking plus 2.5, taking the over, 182.5. Although the over really hasn't been hitting in Aces games recently, but I do not think there's going to be much defense played here. Lynx starting five, Miles, Williams, McBride, Collier, and Howard. Aces starting five, Gray, Young. For some reason, Stephanie fucking Talbot is still in their starting five. Smith, and then the GOAT. Lynx coming off of 3 wins in a row. One of them was at home against this very Aces team. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Funny enough, their only loss was at home to the Sparks by like 10 points. Still remember that game. That was a weird one. In that last game they played against the Aces, they won 98-87. They shot at 52% from deep. They lost the offensive rebound battle, and they won the turnover battle by 2. So really, everything was pretty even. I do not think this Lynx team will be able to shoot 52% from deep on the road in Vegas. Aces just won 2 pretty tough games back-to-back against the Mystics. Not sure I love that from a physicality standpoint. Asia and Alyssa Smith both got beat up pretty rough down low, going up against Shakira and Kiki. Then off the bench, you have Lauren Betts, and then they added Benijah Laney Hamilton, and it's like, golly, all of you are just huge. And that might be a little bit of a problem, especially considering the Aces don't have much bench depth. Dana Evans is out. Kirsten Bell is out. Passot is questionable. It's like, golly, these bodies are dropping like flies. And then you remember they DFA, that's baseball. They dropped Kennedy Carter from the roster entirely. They didn't really pick anyone else up besides Passot to like help them actually be good. Or I guess what was her name? Tanaya Latson from the Sparks they picked up. She's not bad. She dropped like 20 points in that Liberty game where they didn't play all of their starters, but they're going to need some help from the bench. I don't know who's going to give it to them. They're going to need it. I have faith in Becky Hammond, but more so, I have blind faith in Asia. Speaking of Asia, hello. Oh, also, hello. Kathy Engelbert, how are you doing? Okay, back to Asia. I'm going to take her PRA over 39.5. The only reason, she is the GOAT. You are not going to get Asia Wilson down 2 times in a row when playing her. Previous game against the Lynx really didn't bring her stuff, didn't have it. That is not happening twice. You do not, no, you just simply don't do this to Asia. She's the GOAT. We're taking her PRA over. She will feast. And that's it. That is all I got for me in this video. I am still mad Dominique Malonga went 3 of 15, but it is what it is. We move onwards. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.